Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone listening on the Duckcast. This is our 7th Duckcast, and it's a real pleasure to have you. You got Duck Data here, Oliver, Dill 9, Crypto Sausage, welcome. Always in early. I hope you guys are having a great day, wherever you are in the world. At the moment, here in Sydney, Australia, it's around 10 p.m. It's 12 p.m. UTC, which should mean that all submissions are, the deadline for submissions are over. So congratulations to everybody that participated. I personally don't have the best artistic skills or creativity in that sort of field, so I like to vote and let everyone do what they got to do. And to be honest, this week we've got a few topics, or on today's one at least, we've got a few topics to talk about that I feel are going to be very important for the community. X, welcome, my friend. Also, during these Duckcasts, anyone feel free to have a chat. I'm pretty sure all of you can turn on your mic whenever you want, and this time it is recorded. So if you want to speak, please speak up and contribute. That's the least I could want. I want you guys to participate heaps more, and hopefully in the future, once this gets a lot larger, we'll start to see a lot more movement and progression in how much participation happens. Now, we've got a few topics to talk about. First things first, like I said earlier, the main competition has ended, and just to bring it over to you guys, I don't know who can speak, but how did you guys find it? Did anyone in here participate? Because really, the last few really interesting ones came through today, and to be honest, I know who I'm voting for, but I'm not going to say just because of a conflict of interest. But how did you guys find it? Oh, don't be too loud, guys. Hey, landlord, how are ya? I know probably chances are that you can't join in. Also, if you don't want to speak on the mic or you're busy, feel free to type it in the chat, and I'll answer anything or anyone else can answer within the chat. Remember, we want to make this as interactive as possible. So, to be honest, I'd want to know like any ideas for a new theme, because generally they always ask, what do you guys reckon? We can look at it in two kind of ways. So one of the ways that we could look at it is the whole sort of like approach where it's just random and something fun and whatever. And obviously, other people are going to have ideas that would be more targeted in order to kind of market, as in community wise. So, like, we could tag particular influencers, we can tag particular callers, we can tag people that have movement within the crypto space. So, whenever you guys have the time, feel free to write down some ideas as to, you know, um, what you guys think should be the next thing. Should we do something that involves more kind of focus to growing the community and take advantage of the increased volume of interactions we have during the meme competition, versus just keeping it light and fun and just having something funny every week? So Crypto Sausage has said influencer theme, duckify your favorite influencers. To be honest, I personally feel that's the way that it could be heading. I suggested it a few days ago, but I'm pretty sure everyone was just busy and everyone's been going through a lot, with the price action, and there's been just a lot of people, a lot of Jeets get wrecked, but a lot of them, people dropping out and whatever. But I feel that's the way that we should start moving. Now, this is just my personal opinion, and that's fine, landlord. If you're busy, there's no issue. Um, Mind you, these aren't official. So the Duckcast isn't an official, podcast of the duckereum thing. So anything that I say is purely my opinion, and I will say this every single Duckcast. But personally, and anyone, if you feel that I'm wrong, you have more than the right to chime in and say, look, I don't think that's right for these reasons. And everyone's got an opinion, and that's why we're such a strong community. But yeah, the influencer theme kind of targeting It could be an influencer theme. It could be any sort of theme that targets someone that's a mover within the social media space. Because that's the most organic form of marketing. We're still kind of doing the meme competitions. So, well, not kind of, we definitely are. The meme competitions happening, which is what Ducker is all about. And then, the community is still having fun, but with a purpose, with a purpose. So, I feel like I said, this is just my opinion. I feel like while making crypto fun again, we should be doing it in a way that we have a purpose behind it. So, like, we can, at least in the early stages, in order to increase our community holders, because I had it all wrong before. Because generally, like I explained on previous Duckcasts, my background and stuff like that. I've invested in multiple things, and financially, hand on heart, and everything's good, and I feel blessed. But I've never ever, and that's outside of the crypto space. Within the crypto space, I've always been involved in coins that have already kind of got a movement going on. They've already got a solid following count. So it was always about the utility of the token. It was like investing in stocks, because most of them had a company backing them. However, this time it doesn't. And that's where I realized our most important number now is our hold account. It's our hold account. Now, I think a day or two ago, we got up to 900, or well, initially we were over 1,000, but we went down to probably 80. Then we picked back up to 994. Now, as of today, we're at 955. So overnight, 30 people G'd it out. You know what I mean? So 30 people G'd it out. And the thing is, like I said on the other duck cast, or like we were talking about, we would all rather have 1,000 people buying $100 worth than one person, buying $100,000 worth. Does that kind of make sense? Because personally, that's what we want to do. We want to increase the community engagement. And with that being said, that's when you're going to go, and people are going to have that price action that everyone nags about. And not everyone, but 90% of people, talk about and worry about, because once the price action starts getting hot, the chat flames up, everyone's sending memes, there's people on fire. And I love that. And I hope that it stays like that, because regardless of what happens, we can clearly see who's here to stay and who's here just to make money. And everyone here, let's be honest, everyone here would be happier making money, but the whole goal is, don't stress if you are, if you're not. We're going to win in the end. There's no promises. Okay, so the next thing, and like I've mentioned before, please don't feel shy if you want to contribute. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is that I got to double check whether it's done, but it's clear that the vote, I'm pretty sure it's over, in regards to the amount of funds that can be used by the devs and the team, or whatever team that they have, in order to improve, the Ducker ecosystem, or build a Ducker ecosystem, or market, or whatever. There's no specific, thing that's listed. But what I really like, and more than the fact that it's passed and the amount of money that it can be spent, I'm really happy with the fact that the highest option, I'm pretty sure it was the highest option, anything under $5,000 and under, got selected. It shows a lot of trust, and I'm pretty sure Mark mentioned this within the weekly journal, which I love, but within the weekly journal, and it shows the amount of trust that the people that do vote and that do participate in this community, the amount of trust that they have with the devs and with the token itself. Because generally what will happen is people will be like, oh man, I don't want to, if they don't trust the token, that is, or they don't trust anything, just in general, if you're going to look at it like a business, man, I don't want to give somebody control of something that can affect my personal pocket. Well, in the crypto space, it's more like, I don't want to give devs well, for a community token at least, devs the control to spend community, tokens that could affect my wallet. But in this community, they, everyone generally, well, the vote is over. The $5,000 and under, which was the highest option, won, which just goes to show that, okay, yes, even though our hold account decreased, it, I would rather have 900 people that are solid people than 1,800 people, 1,800 people that just want to, skim and whatever, because we're going to get more than enough of them when the FOMO starts. And then when the listings happen, I don't know when, I don't know if, I don't know how, but let's just assume that a listing happened. We're going to get enough people coming in and trying to skim and pump the price and trying to do a bit of arbitrage and everything. Everybody's going to try making their money. So for me, the wallet count before any sort of major listing happens is the most important, because right now you guys are the OGs. Now, we've got a few comments. What happened to chat history? Sam said, I'm not too sure what he means about that. Clarify for me, please. And CryptoSaucy says, if we have an NFT artist in the community, a freemium NFT collection could be a good idea. Secondary sales, ETH could fund a treasury. See, that's not a bad idea, but the thing is, I'm at the start, the whole no tax. There was I wasn't familiar with the no tax kind of thing, where we don't want to make money, or the community doesn't want to make money off the token. So I'm thinking ETH could fund a treasury, but what would you suggest that the treasury would be used for? Because we already kind of have the community tokens that are there, but they were already there from the very start. But I've never personally, like I said, you don't have to agree with me or anything, but in my life personally, I never really got too involved in NFTs. But I wouldn't say no to a free NFT that, but something that only people that hold Ducker can have. Because in my opinion, at least, it's kind of like, you know, you need Ducker to buy this, because this is a community sort of thing. Whereas already in the meme contest, you don't need to hold duckereum to participate. Anyone can. And to be honest, I would rather have people that are me at least would rather have people that are holding the token be able to take the NFTs or be able to get an NFT, because they're not, people that don't have the token. Chances are, if you're entering a meme competition and you don't even hold the token and you win 25,000 tokens, 95% chance you're just going to dump it, which is your choice. It's your money. It's your choice. You won the competition fair and square. It means you're very creative and there's no reason to feel bad about it. But I would rather have people that are going to participate in the community, hold a few of the tokens just for principle, or especially right now, considering the token. Let me check what it's worth. Because lately I haven't been checking, because I've got Jeet, I've got anti-Jeet cream on, and every time I see Jeet's jeeting out, before I got the anti-Jeet cream, I'd have a seizure, especially whenever we're about to go on a run, which is extremely frustrating. Oh, so we're at 1.5 cents. So if we're at 1.5 cents at the moment, this shouldn't be a reason why you couldn't get a little small bag, but it's all up to you. Now, so the NFT thing, even if we move on the topic, just don't stop typing what you're typing, because I'll be able to see it and then I'll come back to it. But I just want to keep it going, because I just don't want awkward silences. Now, from the vote that happened earlier, in regards to where you're from, European countries or the European continent had the biggest amount of holders. And to me, at least, that's surprising. Not because of anything, but just generally, I would just have thought, with all the people in the Chinese chat and everything, that would have a bigger influence within Asia. But I'm guessing I want to speak to you guys or get your opinions within the chat as to what we can do to increase influence within other regions. And what I suggested last time, and if you guys agree, Where do you buy anti-cheat cream from? Does it come in pill form? Cream only. Cream only. That one deserves a love heart. Yeah, pretty much what I suggested earlier is that people that have two languages, dual language people, um, please speak up and, you know, say something within the chat, because adding another language to the community channels is isn't gonna affect us negatively in any way, shape, or form. We've already got French. Pretty sure we have German, and we've got Arabic. Now, the Arabic one at the moment, the way I'm gonna be going about it, because at the moment I do speak Arabic. So at the moment, what I'm thinking about is on Twitter trying to make something or get a VPN that'll put me within the Arab region, and then try to promote Dhaka that way through Twitter or through other, forms, or through TikTok, because that's much bigger over there than Twitter. So also, it's extremely important that you guys right now that are dual language or that do speak two languages, including English, um, to promote, Dhaka within your language on the posts, because if we're all in the same chat, right, or we're all, checking in and raiding something. So if you're part of the raid army and there's around, I can't remember how many people, let me double check, 61 subscribers. We're not getting anywhere near 61, likes, but let's just say that the 61 people are liking and rating a Twitter comment. My opinion was that if you speak another language, leave the comment in your language, in your stronger language if it is in English, and if it is secondary or whatever it is, just don't put it in English. Put it in the other language if someone else hasn't, because and put a tag that would, your community can relate to, because that way you might get more interest from communities from other parts of the world. So let's just say that yes, you're an English speaker, but your background is Chinese. Leave the comment in Chinese, and tag something that people from China would be able to relate to. So that way it's, you can link with that community more. And by doing that, would have 60 comments. And let's just assume half the amount of people do speak another language. We're increasing our engagement with people in other parts of the world. Now, obviously, English is the most spoken language, but there are plenty of people here that only speak English. So we're definitely going to get English comments. Like if we're copying 30 comments under a post, 30 comments under a post, at least 15 of them are going to be English. And what's going to change if, what's going to change if from the 15 comments, on top of them, we got another 10 comments that are in different languages. The people that speak English are already going to benefit off it. They're already going to realize what's going on. And from that, the English speaking community will still be able to join and participate. So we don't want to cut our fellow duckers from different regions within the world from having the opportunity of discovering this awesome community and this growing community. And to be honest, you're all a bunch of soldiers. I'd like to pump you guys up a little bit. You're all a bunch of soldiers. As the Ductator, I'd like to say you are my comrades. Whoever's listening in right now or listening to the recording, you are a comrade of the Ductator. If you're still holding your duck tokens and you bought at the top, you're a soldier. You're a comrade. If you're planning on buying and you haven't bought, join, because you're going to be one of the OGs. This is under 1,000 people. So I appreciate every single one of you guys, and especially the devs and anyone that's been involved in the last week or week and a half that's held on strong and constantly just been posting up memes. And every time a jeets out, we just have a laugh about it. Because to be honest, if it wasn't for this community, like I said plenty of times, this is my first meme coin. If it wasn't for this community, I would have sold. But I haven't. I've actually just DCA'd all the way down, and I've ended up with just, a whole bunch of duck tokens. And I know for a fact I sleep easy at night, because I know later on it's going to self-market. I don't know when, I don't know how, but that's not my job. My job's to have fun here. And I'm glad that I can do it with all you guys. So I'm just going to be completely honest with you. this community has given me a sense of purpose, within where I'm at the moment in my stage of my life. This is what I feel personally, and you guys can chime in and say how it benefits if you want. If you don't want, I don't really care, because this is how pumped up I am about this coin. I work overseas. My whole family lives within Australia. And people love to be so private and stuff, and that's fine. I don't really care because I feel that this is a family. You guys are part of my family now. So let me explain something to you guys. My family lives within Australia and I work overseas. And I go for 3 months at a time and then I come back to Australia. And by the time I come back, they're all doing their own thing and everyone's kind of forgotten. And personally, the ones that I'm really close to that live within my household live overseas as well. Now, I'm talking about my extended in Australia. So I get nights when I come back here in Australia and there's nothing to do. I work overseas, so I can't really pick up a job here because, what's the point? I've got to leave back in a month. And to be honest, I don't need the money. So then I sit there and I go, okay, what can I do? I get into crypto. And then all of a sudden I pop up and there's this just community of you crazy mother duckers that sit there and just post memes. And, it could be the worst day for us. We could go from 3 cents to 1.5 and people will be posting, duck wank memes. Like I'm sorry, but this is not an official duck cast. So I could say what I want. People will be posting that and it just make me laugh. And then people will be like, "What are you doing? You're running a podcast. You never run a podcast. You've never been involved in anything media wise. But this is what I feel like my duty is here, and I feel love engaging with you guys because we're all going through this journey together. And then for the people locally to Australia, I can't wait to meet you guys when we all make it, because we are gonna make it. And then when we do, we can all have a laugh about the times that people were cheating out under 5 cents. I'm not even saying under 3 cents, and I'm not even saying under 2 cents. I'm gonna accept anyone that's under 5 cents because that's how early we are still. So I love all of you guys. And to be honest, this is how pumped I want everyone in the community. This is how pumped I want to get everybody, because a lot of people don't realize this. If you're in it only for the money and you're selling, you just let gold slip between your fingers, because we're literally coming up against a week where we finally have, all the devs that is, finally have permission to do what they want for under $5,000, which in the crypto space for a new coin is extremely vital. And they listen. They said, oh, initially, oh, we don't want to go into marketing. We wanted to do organic. And then the whole Chinese community literally had a coup, had an uprising, and, it turned into fucking Pompeii. I don't know where Pompeii is, but whatever. Like, everybody, had an uprising, they had a coup, and they renamed the whole chat. And I'm the dictator. They made me look like nothing. These guys four had an imperial takeover, changed the whole name of the chat, and literally just pissed off. And the funny bit about it all at the moment is that once we get back up there, we're gonna need another Chinese chat, and I bet you half of them are gonna join, are gonna come back. So it's funny now that this is pretty much the only thing that we got going on, and that's why we're all gonna get closer. Let me check as well. I really want, please, if you're listening and you've stuck through this thing, would you guys be interested in the Duckcast becoming also something video, like where could do public events, in the sense where I just go around and um, interview people in the public about the Ducker and stuff like that, and have a laugh, or just these random gigs or pranks, or stuff like that, or any interactive things that you guys would want, because I'm all these when it comes to making the Duckcast better, because my personal opinion, which is right 1% of the time. I'm joking. I'm right almost 90% of the time, but the 10% that I'm wrong, I'm really wrong. Um, this is going to have thousands of listeners later on Twitter. And it's not going to get there by, just from my own brain. I'm going to need you guys to help me out. And as a community, I'm reaching out and asking you guys, what can I do extra to increase engagement on here? Is the timing different? Because we're going to be doing it 3 times a week now. We're going to be doing it on a Monday at 12 p.m. UTC, or sorry, 11:45 UTC. So it'll be around, if you're in Australia, around 9:45, and then it'll run through. So prior to the announcement of the meme contest, then we'll find out live what the meme contest is, and then we can have a chat about ideas and stuff like that. And then Wednesday, so when the meme competition closes, so around this time, and then for the winner, eventually, if anyone wants to volunteer, when the winner comes in, gets announced, I'll organize with the winner to have an interview on the weekend, or after the result comes out, so like on a Sunday or something, or whatever, have an interview with the winner. And this is where it's going to start getting special. Once this token takes off, and like we've mentioned plenty of times, if it hits $1, it's $25,000, every week. And if it hits more, it hits more. It's just ridiculous if the numbers get big enough. If you imagine a $10 Ducker token, I'm not a moon boy, but if it was, that's $250,000 a week to be won. Imagine an interview with the winner of that. You're telling me that's not going to blow up? It is. And then that's marketing in itself. So I want you guys to contribute when you can to these chats, because I feel like this is where the foundations get made. And on top of that, I feel also that this is going to be the start of something special. I want you guys, for anyone that's listening to the recording, or that's not tuning in live, or somebody that made it this far through the recording, that don't focus, and I'm going to mention this until the sentiment changes. I don't care. If you're bored of it, get lost. Don't think about the price. Don't think about the price. Right now, that's not your priority. If you're thinking too much about the price, you've overinvested. Some people know, you don't have a weak, it's not such, there's no such thing as weak hands in that case. It's a weak heart. Back yourself and hold on. I overinvested. I'm not going to lie to you. I put a lot of my money that I didn't want to lose, and I haven't lost it because I have a long-term vision for this. So even if the price tomorrow hits half a cent, I don't care. If it hits 10 cents, I don't care. I don't know what price target I have because I haven't thought about it yet. I don't know what the potential is yet. I just know it has a lot of potential. So if you've made it this far through and you've held on for this long, and you don't, you're just doing this as if you're not doing this just as a swing trade, you're gonna, back yourself, back this token, and contribute to the community. Because like, people don't, have the mentality of, and I had this mentality, why should I go and help shill and tweet and retweet and go around and quote tweet and tag this guy and tag that guy? I might as well just go get a job. If I'm going to do all this work, I might as well just go get a job, because the amount of hours I'm spending on Twitter, I could be doing in a marketing job, or can be doing anything else. You know what I mean? So that's not my job. That's the dev's job. No, that isn't just the dev's job. You think the devs are sitting on their ass doing nothing and whatever? Every single request that we've put through has been looked over. Every single request. And 9 times out of 10, it's not just taken into consideration, it's actually, taken on board. But without the feedback, there's no, what are we going to do? We literally, let me just put it this way. This is how much the devs listen up to their holders. They're putting initially, the whole, that community wallet, that you guys basically changed the whole dynamic of what was to happen. Because what happened now is that community wallet prior to this, if I remember correctly, was going to be used to like continue the meme contest after 5 years or whatever, or this is that. But they changed that whole priority to addressing the concerns that people within the community have at the moment. So that means in 5 years' time, the devs are going to be working from now until 5 years' time to create an ecosystem that's going to be self-sufficient, because those community tokens will run out. And they got to be really smart with those tokens anyways, because once they get more expensive, they can use less. But at the moment, at 1.5 cents, you're sending a lot of tokens whenever you want to do something. And the good bit about it, and I'm saying this as a holder of this token and part of this community, not as a person that's a quacker or anything, is that we'll be able to see that that money isn't just sitting there, because it goes on the Google spreadsheet. So beforehand, or when it becomes relevant, so let's say they went and they spent, I don't know, $4,000 on marketing. That's going to pop up on the spreadsheet. Whether it happens before or after the marketing starts, I don't know, but it's going to pop up on the spreadsheet. So you're going to see the fact that they're not sitting down and being lazy. Also, remember, these guys are seasoned. They've seen cycles. They've seen bull cycles and they've seen bear cycles. They know a bullish sentiment and they know a bearish sentiment. And that's something that I trust. I got wrecked last bear month, last, right after the bull market pretty much started collapsing, I got wrecked. I probably lost like 80% of my portfolio, and like a Jeep, I just sold. Thank God I made probably 5 to 10 times more doing other things outside of crypto. But when from the lessons I learned there, I'm like, why did I sell? Now I'm back here. I'm not selling. I'm not fucking selling. And I got, that information, like that sort of mentality, not that information, that mentality from, Mark. Mark's like, just focus on the holders. Focus on the holders. Grow the community. Have fun. And initially, when I first quote unquote invested, I'm like, who's going to have fun when they're losing money? And then some alpha turned around and told me, you haven't lost until you sold. So really, don't sell. You won't lose. And in the long term, if you stuck around this long, for a fact there's potential. There's whales playing right now, selling. If you realize, go look at the transactions. There's people buying big lots and selling just to make one, 0.2 of an ETH, 0.3 of an ETH. Who gives a shit? We're trying to make 100 ETH here. We're trying to make 200 ETH here. You're not gonna make that by skimming and whatever. Let the people skim. Let the Jeets cheat. Let do whatever. Just you relax and have fun. Make memes and have fun. And don't look. Turn off the number that shows how much money your wallet holds. Turn it off. And just have fun, bro. It's easier that way. If you're holding a number of tokens that that is stressing you out, considering the price, bro, sell and hold an amount, an amount of tokens that isn't going to make you not stress. Because as a community member, as your fellow comrade in this community, I would rather you hold 5,000 tokens and be happy than 50,000 tokens, and every time the price drops, you're going to sit there and pull your hair out. You're not going to have fun. Don't overextend yourself if you don't have the heart for it. And I'm not saying that makes you less of, that makes you, less of an investor. I'm just saying if you have that ability to put in the money that you want to put in, put it. But don't be scared. For someone like me, did I overreach? Yeah. But did I know I was overreaching? Yes. Was I willing to take on that risk? Yes. Did I have funds to DCA? Yes. Do I give a shit about the price? No. I don't care. Does it make me a dumb investor? I'm not here to be. No one here is Warren Buffett. There's Warren Duckett, but there's no Warren Buffett. There's no Jeff Bezos here. There's no Elon Musk. But as a community, all these brains you're putting together, you can sit there. We can work together. We can grow the holders, we can grow the numbers, and the money will come if you're only in it for the money. But I promise you, if your intention and you change your intention and you just focus on the community, that the price will go up. And when the price goes up, you'll have the last laugh. That's my promise. And that's not just even my promise. Fuck my promise. Don't trust me. You don't know me. I'm just the host of the Duckcast Dictator. And that's not even my real name. So, like, why would you try? But that's just the general process of anything in any investment sort of thing. Increase the holders, the amount of holders, the more money goes in, the more money goes in, the more the market cap goes up, the more the market cap goes up, the higher the price goes, the higher the price goes, the more liquidity there is, the higher the price goes, the higher the volume, the higher the liquidity, the more, exchanges realize you get a listing, boom, everyone, oh, I called Ducker at 300,000. Look at me. The guy probably sold and G'd it out at 600. The guy probably sold and G'd it out. And I promise you, you're going to have the last laugh, because when you go and this thing hits whatever it hits, I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a crypto investor. I'm not a this. I made my money outside of crypto. But the amount of bullshit artists there are, as a guy that, I re-downloaded Twitter, there are so many liars that you're going to be laughing at. When this thing hits whatever price it hits, let's say it hits 100 million market cap, you're going to get people, oh, I called it at, what's the price now? 1.5 million market cap. The guy is probably sold a week ago. The same people dumping on you today are going to be the same people saying, I held Ducker. Oh, look at the screenshot I took, bro. Back in, what's the date today? Oh, July 27th. You know what I mean? Also, let me just stop that. I go off on a tangent a bit. This is my podcast. It's not official, so don't stress out. And if you don't like me, just say I hate you. It's completely fine. But that cake, I think it's a cake. Everyone check it out. Give him a little like in the main chat. Look at the effort. Like look at the effort from some of our holders. Seriously, leave him a like. This guy sat there, designed the whole cake. He sat there and designed the whole cake in regards to this meme contest. And the reason why I want people to start using their language, their actual language, if English isn't your original, is to help people that have, in order to improve their ability to participate in the meme contests. Because poor people, poor fellows that can't speak the language properly, miss the whole fact that there's a theme, and what the whole point of the theme is. So you get a guy creating an amazing fucking creation, something that blows my mind, but he can't win or enter the contest because the theme doesn't match. So the poor guy has spent the whole, 48, or the poor girl spent the whole 48 hours creating something that's insane, but because of the lack of English, it can't win because it's not part of the theme. So leave this guy, what's his name? I want to see what his name is. Leave Saharu a like. Leave him a like. That's support. That's what I mean. Like who? Bro, I won't do that. All that effort. And, this guy had to sit there and go and I don't know what he's done. Printing out things and whatever. And, that's the kind of community that we have. I don't even know what part of the world this guy's from. I hope he's listening. Oh, fuck, he isn't. I wish he was listening. That's what I'm talking about. X has said that is amazing. We need more like this. Will has complimented him. Dolita has complimented him. That's your fellow ducker. You don't even know where he is, where he's from in the world. And this guy's there's a duck, put it like this. This is how far outreached our community is at the moment. And we're still babies. We've only been around for 2 or 3 weeks. We've got a person from some random part of the world, I'm not too sure, with a duckereum token in his house that he's made a cake out of for a meme contest. That's how far reaching this token is at the moment. We've got a person from a random part of the world who's made a cake with duckereum in regards to the theme of this week's meme contest. And you're telling me that we can't even get people in America and Australia and English-speaking countries to get along and join the movement? It's people like this that make the community the community. It's people like X, people like Will, it's people like the devs. It's all this. It's the support. I'm sure if you ask him how many duck tokens you have, I don't know. I don't want to be biased, but he's not going to say 1 million. If it is, I'd be genuinely surprised. I would, but it's not going to be 1 million. And look at the amount of effort he's putting in. People are complaining about having to fucking, leave a tweet, leave a like, write the tweet in your original language, tag 3 people. You know what I mean? You're gonna go tag 3 people. Oh man, what am I doing? This is. Well, I might as well go get a job. Bro, this guy spent probably hours on this, hours, and there's more like it. Did you guys check out the rice one? I think it's rice grains. Look at the talent some of our holders have. Seriously, I can't draw a fucking stick figure. This guy sat there for hours, and then you get people like people that are cheating out that sit there, and then they say, "Oh, this token's absolute shit," and all they've done is chucked in $2,000 or $3,000. It's gone down $400-500. Oh, I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna sell for a loss. You serious? You've got your fellow holders sitting there making mosaics out of rice grains, bro. That's my community. Got guys sitting there from parts of the world that don't even know, that probably don't even speak English as their first language, that probably don't even hold over, 10,000 tokens, making cakes with the duckereum token on it, with the theme, and they're posting it on the main chat with their face, doxing themselves. That's how much trust this community has. Our devs don't do secret backdoor deals with influencers and shillers, even though it's their right to. Even though it's their right to. They always go, "Oh, you can say it in the chat. This is a community token." You know how base that makes me? Look at Mark. Send me your wallet in DM and I will send you a tip. Find me another fucking dev. I don't care. I'm going to swear. This is my duckcast. Find me another dev that's willing to do that. Do you know how much he's tipped from his personal wallet? And I'm sure Mother Ducker, we got here. Shout out to Mother Ducker, one of the devs. Oh, no, wait. Mother Ducker. No, we're on Ducker. Yeah, Mother Ducker, one of the devs. Shout out. It's the best. Mark sending out a tip. That's the dev. That's the top. That's like, I don't know. In the old days, an SN would send people tips in Doge. I have no idea. But I bet you on my life that he just made that guy's day. He just made that guy's day. Because regardless if he wins or he doesn't win, look at the effort he put in. So the whole point of the Duckcast, to get it, to get you guys all familiar with it, if it's the first time tuning in, generally the first 20-30 minutes, we talk about what's going on within the community. There's going to be 3 a week. One is going to be, it's going to happen as the announcement, so 15 minutes prior to UTC time. Wherever you are in the world, will be 11:45 UTC. So you can figure that out. Just go to Google and write 11:45 a.m. Oh, sorry, 11:45 p.m. I will double check. Yeah. Oh, sorry, 11:45 a.m. UTC time in, and then whatever city you're in. So that way we could talk about what the meme contest is going, what's happening. Then there's going to be one this time. So Wednesday, 12 p.m. UTC. You can once again write 12 p.m. UTC in my current or whatever city you're in, and then one with the winner. And if the winner doesn't want to join, it'll just be like a free for all. And hopefully, in time, that free for all is going to be the most fun thing. When everyone starts getting engaged and talking, just people roasting each other. That's what I want from this, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. But people, doing this and that. And I'm definitely going to order one of those masks. If you go and you look in the chat, you got these duck masks for sale for €13. So if you're in the US, probably get in, considering that the euro's kind of shat itself. But sitting there looking at it, I won't have to dox myself at the moment. But once we get a bigger following, I'm definitely going to dox myself, only because we don't know. I don't want the Jeets to get a hang of me. So they're €13. I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to do it as a video. Hopefully that way, when I'm interviewing people, I can interview them with that and with my microphone and just completely throw them off. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the Telegram. Should I wear that mask and interview people in person? Or not really? Is that just cringy? That's how you can help me improve the Duckcast. What do you reckon? Come on, leave a comment. Should I wear the duck mask and interview people in public until I can dox myself? And that way we can get community engagement outside of the community and spread it by word of mouth, which we mentioned last time, in my opinion, is stronger than just shilling online. Word of mouth. But I don't even know how we found this. We got some real special people in our community. Second. Got some people typing. I'm hoping they're giving me an answer. Hence the delay. That's a brilliant idea if you ask me. Empress said that's a brilliant idea. So, and I'm hoping he's talking to me. Hope I'm not talking to myself. Can I get a confirmation that you're talking to me, Emperor? Yes. So, if this is the first Duckcast, Emperor, is this the first head to red carpet events and interview movie stars? That's what I'm saying. This is the shit I'm going to do. You guys don't understand. I've got all the time in the world here. And to be honest, I don't care. So, I'm going to do, public stunts like that. Like, I know I probably shouldn't be saying this, right? But I'm thinking, I've got a crazy mate. Okay? I've got a very crazy mate. And one of the ideas I've got is that I'm going to put that duck mask on him with a shirt that says duckereum and get him to raid a football pitch on live television. Because he loves that kind of stuff. He's done it before just for the sake of it, but I might as well get something out of it, right? So that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, things like that, these public stunts or public events while wearing the ducky shirt, but nothing illegal, but something that's funny enough to get the pass, get the slap on the wrist and continue walking. Because Emperor, as I was mentioning before, I don't know if you've listened to the previous Duckcast, but the word of mouth bit. I was talking to someone 2 or 3 days ago that now is a holder of Ducker. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a stockbroker. And on top of that, I'm not a dev. I'm just one of you guys. I'm just a community member. But he told me, what are you invested in now? Because lately over here, every time I come back to Australia, people turn around and they go, oh, what are you doing? Because I hate this word. I fucking hate this word. But he goes, you're the entrepreneur of the family. So what are you up to? Entrepreneur. I hate that shit. I'm not an entrepreneur. I just like to work. I go, I'm invested in crypto. Oh, really? What crypto? I thought crypto was down. Yeah, crypto is down. Okay, yeah, it's down. But I don't feel down. He goes, why? Why don't you feel down? I go, I'm invested in a meme token. He goes, oh, no. You might as well just go to the casino. I go, no. I'll tell you why it's not like going to the casino. It's not like going to the casino because here, these are the devs. This is how transparent they are. There's a weekly meme contest. There's a Google Google spreadsheet. There's only 100 million tokens. Liquidity is all right. There's no burn, no this, no tax, no whatever, none of that bullshit. No fun on gambling, please. No, I didn't say that. He told me, you might as well go to the casino. I said, it's not like the casino. I'm not saying you can go do whatever you want. I like playing a bit of blackjack, I'm not going to lie. But I'm saying it's a lot, in my opinion, this is the winner. In my opinion, this is a winner. So anyways, I said, yeah, so we do these like weekly things, and I'm hosting a podcast now. It's called the Duckcast, and I'm going to get the people involved, and the devs aren't against it, even though it's not official. They don't really care. I can say what I want on it. This is my sort of thing, and I could do it on Twitter, or they've given me permission to do it on the Telegram, and people are always giving me ideas, and I've got big plans. And he goes, how the hell did you get into a coin called duckereum? And I said, that's the point. That's the point. It's the ridiculousness of it. It's a transparent. There's a journal, bro. There's a journal where the dev posts up a photo of little duck feet typing on a keyboard, and he puts a journal every week. So that way, when I've made it, because this guy, you could only talk to him in money. Okay, so when I've made it, and I've got the number in my head, and I told him the number. That I think it's going to hit, realistically. He goes, seriously? Okay, yeah. I said, when I've made it, you can look back at the journals and see what happened in the community. And he goes, no way. I said, yeah. I go, check it out. And then he saw in the first journal, Mark Duckberg, shout out. He gave me a little shout out on it. He's like, wow, this is for real. This is serious. Are you sure they're not just going to, rip you? I said, bro, they've put up their wallets. The second one of them, dumps, everyone's just going to know. They wouldn't compromise themselves like that. Everything is transparent. He goes, all right, I'm going to put in $5,000. I go, whoa. $5,000? He goes, yeah, I'm going to put in this is Australian, so around 3,000 ish US dollars. 3,500 US dollars. I go, relax, bro. Put in $100. He goes, no. I want 5,000, and I don't want to look at it. He said, cold storage. I said, cold storage. So he's cold storaged it now. He checks the price once a day, and he closes it. Mind you, I don't blame him. He wouldn't even understand the meme culture. He's 40. Like, no knocking to people. And I'm only mentioning his age because it's his birthday today, by the way. So happy birthday, Sam. Sam turned 47 today, and Sam learned how to use an iPhone like a year ago. So I don't expect this guy to understand the meme culture. And Sam's not even from here. Sam's from overseas. He came and visited Australia. So with that being said, that's word of mouth. That's one person. Can you imagine putting on a duck costume or duck head sort of things, and then going and then talking to, like, it doesn't have to be a celebrity, but jumping on popular podcasts within my country? What do? I host a thing called the Duckcast, 1, 2, 3, and it's pretty free flowing. Generally, they're limited to half an hour, but if it's got a good audience, and I feel like today we've got some solid listeners, I have to go shout out Main King. If you haven't followed him, follow him on Twitter. Follow each other. If you want to drop your Twitter handles, follow each other. Drop your Twitter handles if you want. Mind you, there's a Sam in the chat, and it's not the same Sam. Okay, it's not the same Sam. So don't get any idea. I'm not doxing you, whoever this Sam is. This guy's name's Sam. He's completely unrelated. But yeah. So if there's once the following gets more solid and stuff like that, I just go free flowing, and it becomes like a talk show sort of. And for you guys, it's probably midday. For me, it's nighttime. I've got nothing on, and I don't lose anything. So we've got a proposal, and I want you guys to drop your opinion. Sam has said proposal limiting first prize won on 5K. Once price explodes, it will prolong meme contests. What do you guys think? Check out the chat. Sam has said limiting first prize one on 5K US dollars. Once price explodes, it will prolong meme contest. I love you too, Emperor. You're OG. You're OG. Drop your Twitter handle. If you have Twitter. Your Twitter account. I don't know why I said Twitter handle. I'm sitting there, Twitter handle. Who the fuck says Twitter handle? But yeah, drop your Twitter. So, guys, check out the chat and leave a comment. I'm going to reply to it and say, leave a comment, guys. Please check out the chat. Sam has said, proposal limiting first prize one on 5,000 US dollars. Once the price explodes, it will prolong meme contests. Here's the only issue I have with that. If you limit it at $5,000, it's a big prize. You know, let's be real, guys. If you live in a first world country, okay. Well, I live in Australia, and you know, I know a lot of people. They go, oh, $5,000, whatever, you know, whatever. It's $5,000 or poshy, yes. But in some countries, bro, some people that can change their fucking life. $5,000 will change someone's life. But imagine $25,000. At a billion market cap, are we at $10? At a billion? Can someone confirm? Please, someone quickly confirm so I don't look dumb in the chat. Is 10 billion, does $10 give us a 1 billion market cap, or is it I'm pretty sure it's 10 billion, yeah. 1 billion gives you $10. That's a $250,000 prize. By the way, too much info. Is OG Sherlock in this chat? He's not. Addy, welcome. Crypto D, welcome. Oliver, welcome. Crypto Sausage, Ducker Queen, X, Delator. OG Sherlock is in the chat. So, OG Sherlock, yeah, what are you asking, man? It's too much info, whatever. You don't seem happy. Tell me what's going on. Who's ignoring you, baby? What's going on? Tell me.
No, man, you say you're in your room naked at night. That was too much info.
What? I didn't say that. When did I say that? Naked at night. Do you want me to be? I didn't say that, but whatever. That's what you think, no worries. Oh, no. I said, no. My bad. What I said, I get where the misunderstanding was. I said it's 10 o'clock at night where I'm at, when it's midday for you guys. That's what I said. It's too cold to sleep naked right now, bro. It's too cold for me because it's winter. It is the accent. But don't lie. You like that a little bit. Yeah. So it's 10 o'clock at night. That's what I said. I wouldn't just say that. In the video chat, I'll just show you that. That's a special OnlyFans event at 1 billion market cap. Don't hold me to it. So there's a whole bunch of crazy shit that we could do later on. But, you know, anyways, that's pretty much the Duckcast for today. And I know it's coming towards the end of the Duckcast when we're talking about me being naked in bed at 10 o'clock at night due to the accent difference. I got to speak a little slower. That is my fault. But I just can't help it, guys. I get too pumped. Like, I could start yelling. I could literally start yelling to pump you guys up as much as I'm pumped up. Let me explain to you guys what I mean. What I mean is that we've got the best community in the world. We've got the best community. We've got the strongest people. We've got the diamond hands. Jeets get wrecked, man. Let me tell you, I can yell. And I will continue to yell until we hit the price that we want to hit. Forget the price. I want the holders to increase because I love this community. And I know I could talk normal. But I'm just being honest. I want to have this talk show. This is my dream for this token. Everyone's got a dream. Let me tell you my dream. I'm like the MLK. I got a dream. We have a dream. I have a dream. I'll tell you what my dream is. It's like wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee with a video podcast with 10,000 listeners. 10,000 listeners listening to us, the OGs, talking about duck tokens, running amok, live streaming, and having games, and putting 10 bikini girls in ducker helmets and posting them up on the internet, and then all for the sake of memes. Handing a big check of $25,000 or 25,000 ducker with Mark Zuckerberg wearing a helmet, or the duck thing so it doesn't get doxxed. So all the devs do that, handing it to the winner with confetti and burnouts in cars at the same time. That's what I want. I hope that's what you guys want as well. But nah, let the Jeets sell. And let the whales make $100, $200, or whatever, $2,000, $3,000 on a swing trade. I'm holding this, ride or die. Ride or die. So with that being said, that's the conclusion of Duckcast number 7. I love every single one of you guys. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I'm not naked in bed. It's 10 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Okay? Leave a comment. And I will see you guys. I will talk to you guys on the weekend. I love you all. Duckcast out.